Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the hour has come for us to hear from the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, SAN GCON, to address us.
Eyes on. Eyes on. Eyes on. Aketekwe. Aketekwe. Agadaba. Agadaba. Your Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, the Deputy Governor of Delta State, Barrister Kingsley Oborotu Otuoro, Distinguished Senator James Manager, representing the Delta South Senatorial District, other members of the National Assembly here present, the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum, Dr. Ibe Kachiku, members of the Delta State House of Assembly, honorable commissioners here present, top government functionaries present, our great host, His Royal Majesty Oboro Baroon II, the Pere of Baramatu Kingdom, King Beatus V, the presiding chair of the Pan-Delta Forum, other royal majesties here present, high chiefs, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the great people of the Baramatu Kingdom. I'm here today as an emissary, a messenger of our President, President Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Republic of Nigeria, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of this nation. I'm also here as a citizen of our country and a brother to you, the great people of the Baramatu Kingdom. Earlier today, I had the privilege of meeting with His Royal Majesty, the Pere of the Baramatu Kingdom, and his chiefs. And I was received very warmly. All that is left is that I have not been offered a chieftaincy title, but I intend to take it very shortly. I have come with a message for the people of the Baramatu Kingdom and the people of the Niger Delta as a whole. It is a short message. It is that, and I quote, we must prepare for the future. We must prepare for the future. The Niger Delta that we see today, including this great kingdom, is an area of poor infrastructure, few schools, few hospitals, and severe pollution. The Niger Delta of today is one of daily pipeline vandalization. In 2014 alone, there were over 3,700 incidents of pipeline vandalization. From January to June 2016, there were over 1,447 incidents of vandalization. The Niger Delta of today is one where, aside from environmental degradation, between 1998 and 2015, over 20,000 persons have died from fire incidents arising from breaches of the pipelines. Literacy is poor, and thousands have health challenges, especially as a result of environmental pollution. In the Niger Delta of today, everywhere you go, there are signboards of proposed infrastructural projects, mostly uncompleted, and many simply abandoned. Many of the initiatives to change the story have not been able to make the big changes required. From the Niger Delta Development Board in the 60s, to UMPADEC, to NDDC, to the Amnesty Program, many of these projects have not been able to meet the objectives that were set for them. Like most of Nigeria, years of official neglect, corruption, and malfeasance of oil companies has created a massive wasteland. This is what we see today. But my message to you today is that it is time to prepare for the future. It is time to prepare for the future. Our future is not a future of environmental degradation. It's not a future of poor infrastructure. It's not a future of no roads. It's not a future of harassment and locking up. Our future is a future of progress. It's a future of development. Unfortunately, there is no time. There is no time because the future is already here. Fellow citizens, to ensure that the future is not worse than today, and to prepare for a great and promising future for the Baramatu Kingdom and the Delta as a whole, three things must happen. And I want you to follow me closely. Three things must happen. One, we must recognize the unique environmental and terrain challenges of the Niger Delta. We must also recognize that the Niger Delta is a special place, a special economic zone for this nation. And so we must treat it as a special development zone. As long ago as the Wilnix Commission, it had been acknowledged that because of the peculiar environment and terrain of the Niger Delta and the profound challenges that it posed for development, it should be treated as a special development zone. And I agree entirely that this zone has to be treated as a special development zone. But what does this mean in practical terms? It means that the federal government, state governments, the National Assembly in this region, National Assembly representatives, alongside the NDDC and the civil society representatives of the Niger Delta people, must sit together and develop a plan and funding arrangements for rapid development. There is no excuse for not planning together. The federal government alone cannot solve the problems of the Niger Delta. And I just heard my dear brother, the president of the Joy Youth Council. It is impossible for the federal government alone. But we can, sitting with the state governments in this Delta region, National Assembly members, and civil society organizations, plan for this special development zone and make sure that we carry it out and that we deliver on the promises we have made to the people. The states, of course, must also be prepared to devote substantial portions of their budgets to this special project. The Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, has submitted a concise list of 16